Hey, it's Rafael the Realtor. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your downsizing options. If you're watching this video, hopefully you've seen my other video about downsizing, about things you need to consider before you downsize. Now I want to tell you some of the options that people take when they decide to actually downsize. Another fellow agent I was talking to, he told me that he has a client who, she sold her house, downsized. She lived in a really nice multi-million-dollar house, sold it, downsized, and now she just takes cruises because she said, you know, she's lonely. She unfortunately didn't have any family, any kids or anything. So she said she gets lonely, and on a cruise, she said there's always a bunch of new people. She's always traveling around. They have great food. They have great doctors, everything she needs. So she just spends all her time on cruises now, which I thought was a really interesting thing, but maybe that's not for everyone. So I wanted to give you some options of what people I know, what clients of mine have done, friends of mine, and just other people have done real estate wise as far as when they downsize. So you're gonna find the first group of people, I would say, those are the people who downsize and they move into a single story home. And some of those people, when they move into a single story home, they stay in their same neighborhood. If you live in a great neighborhood, sometimes you love it and you just wanna stay there, but maybe the stairs are a bit too much for you. So there are those people who just try to find a single story home. And then from there are people who downsize and they move to maybe a different area of the city or to a different place where their kids are and their grandkids are, or where their close friends are. And they're those people who try to move, and they move with a purpose to a different area. And so those people, when they downsize, they do a lot more research into what they want as far as convenience. And then the third option are people who downsize into condos. There are some condos that aren't two-story. Generally, townhouses, you're going to find that those have stairs in them. But there are a lot of single-story condos that are being sold. And some people, when they downsize, they realize they don't really need the space. Maybe they don't come from a big family, or maybe they live by themselves. Whatever the reason is, for them a condo works out best because they don't have too much land to take care of. They don't have to be outside too much. It's a lot smaller and a lot more compact, which makes them feel a bit more comfortable. So that's always an open option for them. So you have the condos. Another thing you have are going to be the people who are moving out of state. And so some of these people, they're moving, like I said earlier, to be with family, to be with friends, and they pick up all their stuff, they downsize, and they go buy a place there. Maybe they always wanted a ranch, or maybe they just always wanted a few acres to ride horses on. Whatever the reason is, they move and they downsize out of state. And then another reason people downsize out of state is it's cheaper. If you've lived in California for a long time, there's some houses I know in Claremont and Upland, some areas of Rancho Cucamonga, that I know clients who bought those houses for a reasonable amount, $100,000 to $300,000, and now they're $1 million homes. And for them, they sold that house and they're moving to a different state. And because a lot of the houses in other states are way cheaper than California, it's a way for them, if they didn't have enough in their retirement or their pension, in order for them to buy a new place and have a good amount of money to carry them through their later years. So those are a few of the moving options that people have out there. And so if you're thinking of moving, oh wait, one more. The other one are senior communities. And so these are communities that you have to be 55 plus to live in. And they're usually geared for people who are 55 plus, and if you find good ones, there are a lot of good ones which come with amenities. There'll be swimming pools, tennis, and the whole community is designed to be very friendly to people who are older. So the sidewalks tend to not be that high. They have a lot of accessibility in case you end up if you have a disability, or you use a walker or something, or you just walk slowly. They try to make everything really comfortable, so when you're walking through the park, or you're going to go play tennis, or the community center there tends to be very active, and they do a lot of games and bingo and all of those things to make it very easy for people who live in a certain area to who live in that area to also just have a quality of life and to make new friends and have a good time. So those are generally the options for people who are downsizing. If you're thinking of downsizing, there are a lot of great options for you in all of those ranges. And even those senior communities aren't only in California, they're out of state. I know there's a really great one in Arizona that a lot of clients and friends of the family have gone to, and they really loved it. So definitely, if you have any more questions and you want to get more information, reach out to me and I'll be happy to share that with you. And like I always say, you can't always be the best at everything, but you can choose to work with the best agent who gives you great information for free. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.